This is your Vipul sir, and we had a lecture yesterday, or probably day for yesterday, regarding the advertising and personal selling, and we started with an introduction part where we were talking about marketing, and then we were talking about the why we need marketing, and then we went on to discuss the four P's of marketing, and then in four P's we discussed the promotion mix, and where we said that in promotion mix there are four integral parts. One is advertising, second is personal selling, third is sales promotion, and fourth is publicity. Now, before we really dwell into what advertising and personal selling is, let me tell you very frankly that for every product to sell, you need to tell your customer about its benefits and its features. For example, if you are the only seller and there is no substitute, then in that case the sales will automatically come, provided the person needs the product. Now, where does advertising or communication of products comes into play is where you have many options, and out of those many options you got to choose one. For example, in mobile phones, because your generation is mobile crazy, someone might be having a Samsung, someone might be having a Nokia, someone might be having an Apple, or someone might be having a Xiaomi, someone might be having a Vivo, someone might be having an Oppo. Now, their price range remains to be the same. So, what is it? Why do you take Oppo? Why do you take Samsung? Why do you don't take? Obviously, budget is there, but then you have competitors. For example, Vivo, Oppo, Xiaomi, they are almost in the same price range with respect to the specifications. So what basically motivates you to take a particular phone? Now, a company that try to communicate the features of its phone better to the consumer will end up wooing the customer and will then end up selling the product. So you need to understand, before really going into the definition of advertising, that any medium or any person for that matter through which you are actually getting the detail of a product is in a way advertising. And in detail we'll definitely follow what are the mediums and how it is defined. So basically, advertising is the communication of the best parts and the features of a product to the target audience. So what is advertising? Basically, to a layman, it is a process where the communication is done of the benefits to the target consumer. For example, if you see as you watch TV, in all marketing and advertising students, please from today onward start watching television and start watching advertisement, and then I'll let you know what to do. Let's say there's an advertisement of Vivo phone. How do you know that it's an advertisement of Vivo? Because somewhere Vivo is written. And then how do you know where this advertising is coming? Sorry, it is coming on TV. We had seen it on TV. Okay, TV. So now how do you define advertising? Any non-personal presentation, any non-personal presentation which has an identified sponsor and is paid is known as advertising. Which means, what do you mean by non-personal presentation? Which means if Vipul sir is owner of Vivo, Vipul sir is not going to come to your home and giving a presentation, because that would have been personal presentation. Non-personal is, I am on television with my product and the product is on television or radio or any other. So that non-personal means you are not directly, a salesperson is not directly communicating to you, because that makes it personal. Non-personal is done through a medium. So any non-personal presentation, right, which has an identified sponsor. Now, identified sponsor means at the end of the advertising, you should be able to find out what this advertising is about, what is the product. Now, if I only show you the phone but you don't know the company, then where will you go for? Where will you take it for? So Vivo means sponsor is Vivo. Here sponsoring means name of the company. And third, nobody is going to make it free. You have an agency We'll discuss about it. You hire an agency. Those agencies then make an advertisements on the specifications of the company. So if somebody asks you what is advertising, you say any paid form of non-personal presentation which has an identified sponsor and it is paid. Paid means whichever company is asking an agency to make an advertisement, they have to pay the money for an advertisement. This is the most basic definition of advertising. Now in the next class खत्म नहीं हुई, ऐसा मेरा स्टाइल है. Now in the next class, I'll ask you the definitions of advertising. So please utilize your this 1 hour in finding out the advertising definitions and their objectives. We'll see you tomorrow, man. This is a journey you'll never forget. Let's advertise.